Let's look today at Lesson 2 from Chapter 11, Converting Customary Units of Length. Open up your book to page 807, Lesson 2, Customary Units of Length, Converting Them. So we previously looked at using a ruler, measuring in inches to the nearest half and quarter of an inch. Today we're going to look at feet, inches, yards, and miles, and looking at some story problems, some different problems to convert between feet and inches, feet and yards and miles. So you might want your yellow chapter sheet out today. These conversions are on here for you, saying that 1 foot is 12 inches, 1 yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, and a mile is 5,280 feet or 1,760 yards. You might also just want to look. That chart is what was right here in the book for you. So it says, for many of the thrill rides at amusement parks, riders must be at least 48 inches tall. Cheng is 4 feet tall. Is he tall enough to ride a thrill ride at an amusement park? It says convert 4 feet to inches. So since it says 1 foot is 12 inches, 1 foot is 12 inches, we would multiply 4 by 12. Okay, take that 12 inches by 4 feet that we have. And if we do that, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4, so 4 feet is 48 inches. Now, Cheng has to be at least 48 inches tall. So is he enough to ride the thrill rides if he is 48 inches or 4 feet tall? Yes. We could use division to check by saying 48 divided by 4, and we would get the 12 inches in a foot that we started with if he is 4 feet tall. Okay, it says the units of length most often used in the United States are the inch, foot, yard, and mile. These units are part of what we call the customary system. Customary system is what we use in the United States. So below this it says when you convert measurements, you change from one unit to another. To convert a larger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply. To convert small to large, we divide. So on your yellow sheet, you might want to write that down. Larger unit to smaller unit. Meaning if we're going from big feet to small inches, we would multiply. However, if we're going from smaller unit to a larger unit, we are going to divide. Okay? This is something we're going to use the whole chapter. Make sure you get that note down on your paper. Okay, let's turn the page. Here it says convert 42 inches to feet. Since you are changing a smaller unit to a larger unit, we're going to divide. So if somebody says they're 42 inches tall, and you say, well, how many feet is that? We would take 42 divided by 12. Because if we take a look, my inches is a small unit. My feet is a large unit. That means I have to divide. Okay, so 42 divided by 12. Well, how many 12s go into 42? Well, let's see here. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4, we just found out, was 48. 12 into 42, Dad says, I think it's only 3. Mom multiplies. 3 times 12 is 36. Sister subtracts. Okay, 12, or 2 take away 6 I can't do. Let's regroup. The 4 becomes a 3. The 2 becomes a 12. 12 take away 6 is 6. So in this case, I have a remainder of 6. So if we're going to interpret the remainder would be in inches. So the remainder 6 means there are 6 inches left over. So 42 inches, because I'm converting it to feet, it would be 3 feet with 6 inches left. Okay. Another way to write a remainder is as a fraction or a decimal. So the fraction of a foot is 6 out of 12, 6/12, or in this case, 1/2. Okay, so 42 inches would be 3.5 feet. Remember, to find the simplest form, we would take that and divide by 6 by both, and that would give us the 1/2. Okay, now we also know that 1/2 can be written as a decimal of 5/10. Okay, 0.5. So that would be 3.5, or 3 5/10 feet would be how to write it as a decimal. So 42 inches is 3 feet 6 inches, or 3.5 feet, or 3 5/10 feet. Okay. Now, if we look at the bottom of the page, it says, let me just refocus this. It says complete 60 inches equals blank feet. To do that, inches to feet. So we're going inches to feet, little to big, smaller to larger. We need to divide. So we take the number of inches we have, and we're going to divide by 12. Okay. And if we keep going with our 12s facts, 12 times 5, I'm not to 60 yet. Let's see, 12 times 5. Oh, that is 60. So that would be equal to 5 feet. Okay. Yards to feet. Ooh, we haven't done yards yet. There are 3 feet in 1 yard. If you aren't sure about that, flip back a page or take a look here. 1 yard is 3 feet. Look at your chart. That's going to help you. Okay. So yard to feet, yards are big, so larger to smaller, I'm going to multiply. So 16 times 3. 16 times 3, 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. So 16 times 3 is 48. So 16 yards is 48 feet. Let's try a couple here on this next page. 72 inches to feet. Well, we know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Small to big, 72 divided by 12. If I keep going with my 12s facts, 12 times 6 is 72. So it would be 6 feet. Yards to inches. Ooh, let's see. Yards. Oh, there's 36 inches in 1 yard. That's important information. 36 inches in 1 yard. I'm going yards to inches. Big yards to small inches. So larger to smaller, I have to multiply. So 19 yards times 36 inches. Oh my goodness, that's big. Let's use some turtle head math. So I maybe didn't even give myself enough room here. I'm going to rewrite it up here. 19 times 36. Now I can make my turtle head to do some turtle head math. 6 times 9 is 54. You might need your multiplication chart out. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11. Collar, Band-Aid, egg. Right? 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Add them together. We get 684 inches. Okay, look here, 40 inches to feet. Again, that would be dividing by 12. Let's skip that one. Let's go to some that we haven't done. 7,920 feet to miles. Ooh, okay. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Ooh, let's see here. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So I'm going feet to mile. Little to big, I need to divide. Ooh, that means I'm going to go this. 7,920 divided by 5,280. I know this is big division. We haven't done this before, but I know 5,280 can only go into that one time. And Dad says that it's only going to fit once. So Mom multiplies 1 times 5,280. Sister subtracts. 0 take away 0 is 0. 2 take away 8 I can't do. Let's regroup. 2 becomes a 12. 12 take away 8 is 4. 8 take away 2 is 6. 7 take away 5 is 2. So If I look now, 2,640 compared to 5 and 2,080. Well, I know by looking at this, this is half, okay? And I know that because if I would pull out a calculator, and I just happen to have a calculator here, I can take 7,920 and divide it by 5,280, and I get 1.5, which is 1.5. So that tells me that this is 1.5 miles, or 1.5. Okay. Now for today, you probably don't need a calculator, okay, unless you're dealing with the miles. Okay, I think we're old enough we can figure this out without a calculator. Okay, it's okay to have it there to double check. All right, 6 yards to inches. Well, there's 36 inches in 1 yard. And we're going yards, which is large, to small inches. So I'm going to multiply 36 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3, 19, 20, 21. So I have 216 inches. Okay. Let's look here at number 10 where we have some leftover feet, and we're going to change it into yards and feet. Well, I know that there's 3 feet in 1 yard. If you didn't know that, you can look on your chart. Okay. And I know if I'm going to go feet to yards, that's smaller to larger, so I'm going to divide. So let's say 22 divided by 3. Now, how many 3's go into a 2? 0. How many go into a 22? I think 7, but Mom multiplies. 7 times 3 is 21. Sister subtracts. I have 1 left over. So I have a remainder of 1. And that's where we put this back in. 7 yards and 1 foot left over. Okay. Same if we went on to number 11 with inches to feet. 12 inches, or 12 feet, no, 12 inches is 1 foot. Small to large unit, inches to feet. Small inches, big feet, okay? We're going to divide 51 divided by 12. 12 goes into 51. Well, I found it over here at least 4 times, but Mom multiplies. 4 times 12 is 48. Sister subtracts. Can't do that. Regroup. 11 take away 8 is 3. 4 take away 4 is 0. So I have a remainder of 3. 4 feet, 3 inches. Okay. Down below, we do some comparing. Greater than, less than, or equal to. You compare by looking at the labels. Okay. 24 inches or 2 feet. Well, I know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay. So I could go 2 feet times 12. That would get me 24 plus another 3 that are left over is 27 inches. What's bigger, 24 or 27? 27. Okay. Yards to feet. 3 feet in 1 yard. So if I have 7 yards, what's 7 times 3? 21 feet. What's bigger, 21 or 20? Okay. Miles and yards. Here we used miles to yards. There's 1,760 yards in 1 mile. But in here, I have 2 miles. So what's this times 2? 0 times 2 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. What's bigger? 3,520 or 3,500. Okay. Now, what I want you to work on is I want you to try 2 of the last 3. If we look, we're working with feet to yards. We know 3 feet is 1 yard. I want you to try number 15. And I want you to try number 16. So 1 yard is also 36 inches. The 36 inches is 1 yard. Okay, and use that to figure this out. So number 15 and 16, and then move on with Math Workshop.